Hello everybody, hey, it's Brett with Apex Comics. Now we're back for another Power Comics video. We have Cobalt Blue, #1, premiere issue by Kevin Hyde and Mike Gustovich. Let's go ahead and turn the page, shall we? Great. Okay, now, here we go, Cobalt Blue, published bi-monthly, Power Comics, etc., etc. Believe it or not, I bought this at mycomicshop.com for about $3. And look at this. Signed by Mike Gustovich. I did not expect this to be signed, so normally a signature from a comic book pro averages about $25. So I think I saved myself $25 having a signature. That's pretty cool, unexpected. But you get some very dynamic artwork. Mike Gustovich, he's worked for DC, Marvel, I think Image, I'm not sure, but of course these other independent companies, Comico and Innovation. But you get very nice dynamic work. He's the story so far, we have our hero, Cobalt Blue, has escaped his world and gone into a time warp into Earth's current day. So he's being nabbed by some MPs. They think he's a troublemaker. He's an outworlder, so he must be caught, possibly punished. So he escapes them. So go see if he can divert their attention. Shoots some rays. There you see some troopers coming from the bottom floor on the way up in the elevator lift, and he got some drones shooting lasers at him, and he diverts them. He shoots at them in self-defense. They explode on impact. Shoots another one down, and excuse me. He knocks a guy off a sled. He takes his ride. And this mad scientist says, pretty much analyzes his efforts, his abilities. And he looks over, sees a big, beautiful city of Detroit. A Michigan reference. Here we go. Gets down here, and somehow he's been zapped by this guy. I am called Overkill, alien. Nice. Okay, so it continues next issue. Wah, wah, wah. I thought we were going to get more, but I'm afraid not. I'm not going to go into this memory lane thing, but well, okay. So this is by Mike Gustovich. It's his little column here. It says, during my first year in college in 1971 at Kent State Trumbull campus in Warren, Ohio, I was roped into doing a weekly comic strip for the campus newspaper. Oh, let's see if I can get a little bit. Okay, here we go. It says Cobalt Blue bore a little resemblance to CB, which is Cobalt Blue of 1977. Well, okay, since Kevin was still in high school, a senior in my habit to procrastinate for the deadline day, I ended up scripting Cobalt Blue for the most part, as well as drawing and lettering. Okay, well, there were good old days when I still did all my inking with a ballpoint pen. God, imagine that. I couldn't do that. That's too scratchy. But due to, I believe, the faculty advisor disinterest in comics, that's unfortunate. Cobalt Blue was discontinued after the third installment. But I did discourage it, but it did. Yeah, sure it did. So anyway, he studied under Val Mayrick. I'm sure a lot of you guys would know Val Mayrick. Did Did a lot of 70s work. Did some sci-fi, some horror. A bunch of Marvel titles. You'll see his name in those in that time frame. Most of my technical knowledge in comic art came from the afternoon episodes, which I thoroughly, gently Val Merrick decided to dissect my work. And while working with him, I had the pleasure of helping him meet a couple of deadlines by inking a few pages of his assignments. 9 of these pages were the first Sherlock Holmes story, and 4 pages from Howard the Duck Annual. I never got written credit for those pages, but that's beside the point. I thank you for everything, Val. Every minute of it was fun. After several attempts to enter Marvel and DC Comics, none of which succeeded, I settled down, satisfying my urge to be published. That's the key. Nowadays, you really don't need Marvel and DC. They don't give artists and writers money like they used to, because they've been dwindling in readership, unfortunately. But independent titles are really going up in value and of notice, which is a good thing. Crowdfunding is huge. So if you have something, get it out there. Make sure it's the best quality work that you can muster. So anyway, he did the Lands of Pressure John from Comic Press and Infinite Dreams. The Prester fanzine, 64 pages full color cover. It was written for the most part by John Stoker. Some plotting and editing by Lynn Kindervater, of course. I had something to do with the art along with Mike Gorman. Now you're probably wondering, how is all this tied to Cobalt Blue? Well, hang in there a moment longer. Well, anyway, it ties in. So, met a fellow by the name of Ed Langham who happened to see the piece of Merrick's inking that Gus Fitch did, original pages of Presser. He got hired to do Cobalt Blue for Power Comics, and there you go. So as you see my other videos, you'll see some Cobalt Blue in the Power Comics, which I've put the video out for. So there you have it. That's Cobalt Blue there. And again, to the retailer directory section. This is always fun. You get the back issues, all the Power Comics, except for this one. I don't know if this one actually came out. I have not seen it listed in any of the websites recently. So if this comic is out, it is very, very rare. Power Comics number 6. Well, who knows? If anyone knows that, please list it on the comments page. Any of you guys who are hardcore independent collectors, let me know. Come on. All right. So we got the Night Witch. Ooh, man. Great work here. And we got the comic sci-fi, fiction, and movies. Let's kind of glance down and see what that is. Investors Corporation of America. Protect your comics and magazines with heavy 2-3 bags. Yeah. And look at the cost nowadays. I mean, back then, should I say. Golden Age bags, they're pretty much, everything's gone up, for the most part. Then you got Classic Movie Comic Center. You get classic, 8mm movies. Hey, if you got an 8mm machine, knock yourself out. So we have, look at this. Here we go. If anybody can find this comic book, please comment it. Put it on the comments below, all right? Let me know. Night Witch and Bluebird, Power Comics number 6. Supposedly, oh man, this looks pretty cool. But supposedly it would come out in January of 1978, but that's 41 years ago. And there you have it. Hey, we got some Power Comics posters. Very cool. We got the mask, which is featured in the back, the forward section of this comic right here. Thank you, newsprint, for not glaring at me on camera. Oh, ugh. Okay. Sorry, guys. And, of course, we got the mask. William Messler Loebs. I'm not going to really get into that because I this video is limited to 15 minutes. Thanks to YouTube, I can't go past 15 minutes or I can't put it out. So, this is his work of William Messer-Loeb's. It's not bad. Some good inking. He's always been a sufficient inker and a good writer. That's what he's known for. But it's actually pretty cool. It's very noirish. You get into it. Get my hand out of the way. Alright. Wow. Okay. Very sweet. Now you got Cobalt Blue killing a giant snake. He's going to have that for dinner? Well, we'll see. And here's the gang from Power Comics. Feast your eyes. Night Witch. You got the Northern Light in the background. You got Cobalt Blue, the mask, and Bluebird. Well, it's been a pleasure for doing these Power Comics videos. Please subscribe, comments, please. I'm not getting enough likes on my videos. So, hey, have at it, folks. This is Brett with Apex Comics. I'll provide another video next time. God bless.